Now, what in the carnival is going on? But also, unfortunately, within the same breath, I have to say, what in the Royal Caribbean is going on? Ladies and gentlemen, for today's cruise news, we have some ignorant and irresponsible people. For one cruise line, we have a fight that took place on Christmas. These people deserve a lump of coal. Guess which cruise line that is? And for the other one, we have a group of irresponsible parents that are letting their children be in danger. Now, respectfully, before we dive into this news, first of all, nobody here told me that I had stuff in my beard. Thankfully, I got it all out. But I do hope that all of you out there had a very Merry Christmas. You spent all the time in the world with your friends and your loved ones. Because it's funny, I turned 30 this year, and I swear the older you get, the more you really start to value the time you have with people that legitimately and genuinely care about you. Hold those loved ones close because tomorrow is not promised. I also want to let all of you know that tomorrow I will be heading to the European countries. I will be going over to France to be with my beloved, to my little croissant, my Lauren, and we'll be hanging out for New Year's. However, I do have a very special video coming up for all of you. It'll be my review of Margaritaville at sea. To make sure I got as much information and data as possible to give you all a valuable video, I unfortunately had to weather a back-to-back. Now, this is the shortest cruise in the world, 2-day sailing, so I did 2 sailings in a row for 4 days to get a full scope of the situation over there at Margaritaville at sea. So that will be available for you tomorrow and early for my Patreon members. For as low as $2 a month, you can get the video early, you can get direct access to me, and I also will be giving away a vacation as I do so every quarter of the year. The link for my Patreon will be in the description box below. So in Carnival news, unfortunately, we had a conundrum take place, a scrap, fisticuffs, a fight take place on Christmas. Who does that? I don't understand these things that happen on some of these ships sometimes. It just does not make any sense. Most of you know I legitimately love Carnival. I'm a little hard on them from time to time, but Carnival is one of my favorite lines. So much fun. And I always advocate for a lot of people that are skeptical about Carnival because of all the crazy rumors and talks and news that do surface when it comes to Carnival Cruise Line. I tell them, go try a newer Carnival ship. You'll be fine there. However, this scrap took place on Christmas Day on the Carnival Mardi Gras. Here's the picture here. There's not a lot of details. However, this is kind of making its way around the interwebs on Facebook groups and forums, and apparently and allegedly there was a big fight that took place. Now, I always say that sometimes the reality is some things cannot just be simply handled with words as an adult. There are times where fights do need to take place. I'm not advocating for it. I'm just saying if somebody were to throw a gingerbread man at my mom's face, it would be on and popping. No words, no questions asked. I will fight the man and, well, we'll talk about it after over some eggnog. But in this particular case, I'm assuming that's not what happened, as I have seen situations take place on land and at sea, people fighting each other just for looking at each other the wrong way. There's a man that has a dime piece, a beautiful girlfriend on his arm, and somebody looks and it's like, dude, what do you expect, man? Somebody's gonna take a gander or something at your girl every now and then. Look at my Lauren, she's gorgeous. If people weren't looking, then well, I'd have some questions to ask. She's gorgeous. But the fact that people decide to fight on Christmas Day, I'm legitimately curious as to what the reason was. Now, I'm legitimately hoping we do not go into 2023 with this mess. I'm going to try to remain optimistic because this is getting absurd. Carnival, this is not your fault by any means as a company. However, I do believe when stuff like this continues to happen and surface, it is indeed time for a crackdown. Santa Claus will not be stopping on the Carnival Mardi Gras today, at least for these people. They all do deserve a lump of coal if Santa happens to stop by, and well, they also deserve a fine, potential jail time, and ban from all the cruise lines until they write a very detailed apologetic and sincere letter talking about how sorry they are, the therapy they have gotten, and the simple fact that they are actually there to have fun and be a true carny. I know a lot of you don't like that word, but I had to throw it in there. I'm sorry. Now, Royal Caribbean folk, I apologize, but there was a situation on board one of your ships as well, one of your largest ships, in fact, and the footage that I'm going to show all of you was actually recorded from the Carnival Mardi Gras of a situation going on, a dangerous, potentially deadly situation taking place on board Harmony of the Seas while both of those ships were in port. I'll show you the video quickly because I want all of you to take a close observation and tell me what you see wrong here, and we'll talk about the details and problems after.
That's ¿Qué yo puedo hacer?
Nada. Y son dos habitaciones que se conectan una con la otra.
1, 2, 3. Es horrible. Yeah, not right now.
Okay, I know what some of you are probably going to say. They're just kids. You gotta let the little rascals do what they do. Kids will be kids. They're gonna play around and do whatever it is that they want to do. No, not in this case. That is wrong. And I'm going to explain why in a second. As you've observed in the video, you have, I want to say, what is it, like 4 kids that are playing on what seems to be some furniture for on the balcony, and they're standing on it. Now, in the video, you'll see that they are standing on the back furniture that is closest to the sliding glass door back over to the room. However, this video was sent to me from an anonymous subscriber. Thank you, by the way. They told me that prior to recording, which is the reason why they did, they observed these kids, which seemed to be no older than maybe 10, on the frontal part of those chairs, the chairs that are in the very, very edge over by the balcony. They were standing on those as well. Now, like I said, at face value, you might say that this is harmless. However, you got to understand, in my personal opinion, it does not matter if there are adults in the room or not. The reality is they were not in the general vicinity, and it takes a split second for something to go wrong. Most of you have never seen a traumatic experience happen right in front of you, be it a car accident or somebody being harmed in some kind of way, somebody falling down some stairs. But I'm telling you, in the blink of an eye, things can go from good to bad. I'm somebody that does believe in a little something called accountability, and as a parent, seeing something like that, it does kind of bother me, whether it's paranoia or not. I do believe that at the end of the day, there is no such thing as a perfect parent. I can tell you right now, whether we're talking about me as a parent or me as just a simple adult, I am no man that is some high stature to the point to where I do no wrong. I have made many of mistakes as a parent and as a regular human being walking this earth, because we are always learning. I was actually talking to my mom yesterday, right? We were at dinner. And as I was helping her change her tire, I sat there and I said, you know what, Mom? I am 30, right? And I realize now that I still don't have all the freaking answers. You guys remember, if you were a kid, when you were seeing and looking up at your parent or any other adult, you swore they knew the secrets to life, and they were just some type of superhuman that had all of the answers as an adult. And then you become an adult and you realize you still don't have all the dang answers. We are all children pretending to be adults. However, as adults, we should have a higher brain function to the point to where we can understand what is safe and what is not safe. I do believe in, yes, you gotta enjoy, take calculated risk. The key word is calculated, and enjoy your life without doing something stupid to the point to where it could harm you, or either that or put you in jail. You don't want to do that either. Anyway, I'm not saying kids shouldn't be allowed on balconies by any means. Let them enjoy, let them see the beautiful ocean view or the strip that is right across the street from them. There is nothing wrong with that, but you do got to be responsible. And like I said, just a warning for all of you out there, something can go bad at any possible second at the blink of an eye. Just the food for thought. Anyway, guys, this is what we got for today's video. I actually got to pack and I got to go see my son. I'm taking him ice skating today. I'm probably going to fall and bust my butt a couple times because, well, I'm a little out of practice, but we're still going to have a good time. I have my special video coming up tomorrow. I'll try to get some news for all of you as well. As always, know that I appreciate and love every single one of you. Enjoy the rest of 2022. We are on borrowed time now. Hit that like button on your way out. Check out Touring Plans, my channel sponsor and travel agent. And of course, check out the Patreon. I'll see all of you later. Take it easy.